Hi again. So, you know, here we are at this tough time, this tough place in history. And the question that I ask in this moment is, what really is happening on a larger scale here? And then just kind of wildly speculate in that place and think of terms and remove all the limitations. And I like to think of it by empathizing with my enemy and by perceiving it as a battlefield. And it's maybe like an exercise for me. I guess that's how I like to perceive it. It's an exercise. So, in one of my most recent exercises, what I see is this. We have a population that is broken down into X and Y. It's like algebra. So you have X and you have Y. X is moving forward, Y is not. Now the direction X is moving forward is a scary direction because it's unconscious and it doesn't represent America. It just doesn't. None of this shit that we're talking about represents America. And all these people around you that are screaming and hollering about how they're good Americans and they're prosecuting terrorists and all this shit, they're terrorists themselves. And they don't even see it. Just like Andrew Cuomo doesn't see that he's just not the best governor at all. In fact, he's killing his people. They just don't see it. So you've got your X and your Y. So your X population is moving forward and your Y population is staying put, just trying to survive. Inside of your X population, you have a dynamic at work that's based off of a very predictable psychology. Very predictable. See, all of this is psychologically explainable. A psychopath, you consuming a portion of your society. That's why you don't have any of the values. That's why they look at families differently. It's why they don't have that idea. It's why they don't have that sense of self or that belief in spirit. They're just in a different place. But what they want to do isn't really American. They have their other idea. It's a popular idea, and they like their idea because in their idea, they're powerful. The women, the African Americans. It's a fake society that's not really built off of anything authentically. It's all just based off of resumes and credentials, which are largely bullshit and don't really mean anything. It's about the quality of your document, not the content of your character. So, this X population has figured out a way through their systems to brainwash their men. And now they have a bunch of brainwashed men because they figured out how to do it. You beat them down over and over and over again, instilling more and more trauma until they realize their sense of worthlessness. And then when they realize their sense of worthlessness, they give everything up and become a slave. That's their game. That's what this system's going to do. All across America. It's going to instill a sense of worthlessness into the people around them. And they're going to call that taking away your privilege. All of this is just psychological warfare. And it's tearing you down to build them up. I can't even imagine anything more evil than this shit. It's just like straight out of just from the depths. It's so we're in this place where strategically we have to come together to fight this enemy, and not just to fight this enemy, but to redirect this enemy. Because it's like The Walking Dead, the show The Walking Dead. You got that big giant fucking zombie herd that's moving along, and you shoot off fucking flares and shit to redirect. It's the same kind of fucking thing. It's the same exact thing, and it can be done in ways that are they just are responsive. Now the wise, they don't have those vulnerabilities, and they don't have those vulnerabilities because they've been taking care of themselves and they've been using their societies to take care of each other. So they're in a different place. They're the survivors. Now the X likes to call themselves the survivors, but they're living meaningless lives. Lost without sense of self, in a place of worthlessness. That is not a meaningful life. So, those that have privilege are the ones who are living meaningful lives. So in other words, they're saying that if our psychology is broken, your psychology is going to be broken too, and we're going to break it and make sure it stays broken forever. To me, there is a level of wickedness. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to even imagine. Well, can you even picture how much these people want revenge? After what we went through the last 4 years, with all this screaming about the president, can you imagine how badly they want your ass? How badly they want my ass? How badly they just want fucking revenge. We are in scary, scary, scary times. Stay strong. Solid like steel. We'll survive this. We just have to figure it out. We have to make sure that this system isn't implemented upon our people. That's a very important part of this war, is to avoid that with diplomacy.